And 2, it got legendary producer Alan Burnett on board. Yes, that Alan Burnett. About as much effort as you can put into an idea.
When you're spending time with a critic, Batman just has a funny way, much like in Gotham, of popping up out of nowhere. Oh, God.
You know what? Don't judge me.
Wait, there's a baby Looney Tunes and a Tiny Toons? I did watch Tiny Toons.
Pie throws and physical comedy. Baby Looney Tunes focused on real-world problems that children could relate to, such as sharing.
It was kind of a darker, more mature Muppet Babies. Was it really? I know she didn't say that, but it's almost, you can almost hear it. You know what I mean? I'm going to telepath, but I can tell she's thinking it. I know, bitch, it was not any darker. It was the same, you were not any cooler than me or more mature than me for watching. I know I'm projecting. I think I just am really insecure. Because I loved Muppet Babies.
Understanding emotions and playing with others. Okay,
colors.
They're very simple, but they're taught in the most...
It was a dark show, considering the show was supposed to be for toddlers, and they were already teaching us about colors. Thanks to Baby Tunes, I learned about the color green at an age most parents wouldn't dream of mentioning it to their kids. And it was because I was tuned in to this sort of darker content, Baby Tunes.
Tunes was a somewhat formulaic show that made it easy to
watch.
There's
so few frames of animation in this.
And had better writing than it probably had any right to. Though on the list,
they keep saying that about every show. They're like, it was better than it had any right to be, which means it sucks. This season sucks.
This one is dead last.
It's a loonyful day to have a little fun the Baby Looney Tunes way.
I don't know, Tamara. I think your brain's coming in dead last.
Yeah, what's next? The show about baby Damon Wayans?
What's next? Batman Babies? I'm sure that Walter would watch that shit. He'd be like, well, not the most mature episode of Baby Bats, nor the darkest. It was nice to see this new diaper for the Catwoman. It was cool to see her in her new design, with her tricked out diaper.
That's a full diaper, dude. Holy shit.
With Deanie... With Deanie behind the steering wheel of this episode of Bat Babies. It was an interesting time for the baby night. The dark baby. With the Riddler waving his rattle in his face. It's not one of the first episodes of Bat Babies I would recommend checking out, but I wouldn't say to skip it on the Blu-ray either. It's worth a watch. Or a revisit for any of you hardcore Bat freaks out there. They need to be able to talk. Niles needs to be able to talk.
It's the DCAU show that nobody remembers, the Zeta Project. Spinning off of the Season 2 Batman Beyond episode Zeta, this series followed a tactical synthoid built for the National Security Agency to impersonate enemies of the state and kill them for gaining information. Eventually, Infiltration Unit Zeta grows a conscience and refuses to carry out his ordered executions. Thus, he becomes a fugitive and goes on the run, picking up a young friend named Ro along the way. Together, they try to find Zeta's original creator in hopes of uncovering the answers to his growing sense of morality and prove his innocence to the NSA, who thinks terrorists have reprogrammed him to be a danger to the populace. DCAU writer Robert Goodman pitched the show to Kids WB as a version of the 1960s TV series The Fugitive with a runaway robot. He was at first hoping to make it even darker than Batman Beyond and explore
even darker?
themes.
I wish I had a mouthful of coffee to
They saw
spit
it as a
out.
way of drawing a younger demographic. The problem was, catering just to 6 to 11-year-olds was not what Goodman wanted for his show. This led to clashes between the showrunner and the network that eventually led to the series ending after 2 seasons. The final episode finished off on an unresolved cliffhanger.
he went to the network with this really cool robot idea, and they were like, all right, we like it, but it seems kind of stupid. Is there any way you could make this for stupid babies who are drooling all over themselves? And then he was like, I guess. But Walter was like, damn, it sucks that they this could have been this idea had so much potential. It could have been so much more. I don't know, they didn't think it could. Maybe you should listen to reason sometimes. You guys, you weird bat heads. Maybe sometimes the outside world has to shake a little sense into you. And knock you down a peg.
Since, Goodman has tried getting a new version of the series off the ground.
Kids WB was similar to other kids programming at the time, but it had a style and a feel that was all its own.
It allowed both old and new ideas to grow and become something that would leave an impact on several generations.
Whether meant for younger kids, teens, and even some adults, it seemed like there was something valuable for everyone in this lineup.